Hi, Internet! Thank you for joining the stream. Slorn and Tatsigi, welcome back to the chat. Hope you guys are doing good. Our Internet did a real hard blurp while I started the stream, and for a while it was at 0 kilobytes per second upload speed. It seems to have bounced back to normal. I tried plugging an Ethernet cable and it didn't help, so we're currently on the good old trusty Wi-Fi, which is usually about as fast. We have a very good router. I don't know what happened, so hopefully it will just remain good. It's going back into the red, but 2K is not 0, so, you know, hopefully that will remain true. Now it's going to 0. No, now it's back. Good times, good times. On the bright side, I don't have to start out with any gaming, because there are actually some new cards that were announced, which is kind of cool. So I think let's jump into those and hope that the internet stabilizes. Before I started the stream, I was talking about how tired I was. If we don't make it to a full couple of hours, my energy will thank me, though I would like to be able to stream for the actual 2 hours. Hopefully I'm not just talking into a dark box of my laptop and people can actually hear me. It looks like it's coming back, or that it's something resembling around. It's lagging a bit. Okay. Lagging is not broke. It is absolutely turd ass broken. If it does become turd ass broken, we may just give the Twitch a little bit of a break. Never mind, it dropped down to 13 again. What is the upload speed right now? Absolute dog shit if it's according to OBS, it would seem. No,
it's back on OBS now.
It's back on OBS. It doesn't. Okay, that says it's fine. Now we're saying that my internet is capable of 30 megabits per second upload. So hopefully this will catch up, and that'll be that. Welcome back to the stream in general. Happy Monday. Today's been an interesting day for me, but so far not too bad. The audio is good, the video is having issues. As long as you can hear my beautiful, slightly tired voice that is coughing significantly less today, that will be pretty good, I think. Yeah, I'm just gonna ignore the video for a hot minute until it stabilizes, and we'll just talk about some cards. They were posted in a bunch of places. I have Reddit pulled up here. There are some variety cards coming, along with, you know, everybody's hotly anticipated Eternal Ranked format. So looking forward to those changes for sure. There's actually a surprising number of cards, or at least I was surprised by the number of cards that were announced or revealed, I guess. So let's just go through this shit, I think. It's now dropping to about 1.5 kilobytes per second, which is not 0. Now, nope, the second I said that, it went to 210. Okay, I don't know how to fix this other than to yell at Comcast, so I'm just going to ignore it, and we're going to continue as usual.
I swear restarting might help. Speed for me is 35.
It said 35 for me too. I don't think that's going to help. I think it's a Comcast problem. Okay, here we go. 2 mana, burst speed spell, condense. This card is crazy. Pick a follower, create a 1-cost copy of it in hand and set its stats to 1. Yeah, no, this is actually insane, I think. I haven't read any of these, actually. I haven't gone through them before this. I didn't go through them before the stream. So they're also all entirely new for me as well. So 1-cost copy is ridiculously cheap, considering you're paying 3 mana total for a duplication of anything. And set its stats to 1/1. Doesn't really matter if it's a valuable card, because it's not ephemeral, so it can die to ping, but if it doesn't die, you're kind of golden in that regard. So this seems like wildly great amounts of fun. I'm looking forward to playing this in all of the decks, pretty much, I think. My immediate thought is just, like, having a bonus, like, Ava Achiever or something like that. That would be kind of nuts. The next one is Perfidious Promoter, 4 mana Bilgewater. I've seen the art for this card hovering around. When you refill mana, create a fleeting random follower in hand you can exactly afford, which is kind of interesting. You can see the potential of the card, but you feel like it's limited by being in Bandle. It's definitely limited by the region for sure. Like you can't do some crazy combos. Like like maybe you could pull off some shit with like Condensed Cloud Drinker, if you have like particular burst and focus speed spells that you actually want to use with something like that. P&Z Bandle is kind of a region combination. Shadow Isles Bandle is not so much of a combination most of the time. So Ionia Bandle is also kind of rarer. I feel like P&Z Bandle is immediately what I would try to do with it. So there's definitely, I'm going to run it with everything. I'm going to run it with everything at base and then see what's actually possible. Perfidious Promoter looks like it's going to be interesting. It's got the Jhin stats. I think Jhin would like this card a shit ton. 4 mana 4/4 is pretty good for that. The random follower in hand you can exactly afford might be interesting if you can stack it correctly. Great Mother or any summon effect, like the 6 cost 2/2. Oh, yeah, that's actually true. That would be interesting. Promoter, this one seems like if you can stack your mana refills correctly, it could go kind of nuts, but I'm not convinced that it will do a lot. I think it's a little expensive for the effect. If it wasn't, because the exactly afford I think is going to hamper it a little bit, is my impression. Because there's not fleeting random in hand you can exactly afford. It's the exact part I don't like, because then you cast this, you refill mana, and then you have to cast its product, and it's going to eat up the mana that you have. So I'm wondering if it's going to be worth that one card, because it's also a random effect. Like if you high roll a 6 cost or something, great. But otherwise, I'm not sure. It does work nicely with coins, though, I think. It'll be an interesting coin card. And it certainly aesthetically fits in with all of the other coin cards. Altar to Unity. I saw this and I was like, holy shit, they gave Demacia another chunky piece. When I'm summoned, draw a unit. When you summon an ally, grow its stats equal to its cost. There are a lot of units that this is not entirely synergistic with, but this also just seems kind of strong. These more control-oriented Bilgewater cards have tended to fall flat. They just don't work super well. I wish they did. It's like a cool concept, but there's so many things that outvalue them entirely that it's just like, Altar of Unity is probably a more solid 4-drop than a 4 mana 4/4 that is like maybe sometimes it'll high roll. This will just do work for you. I'm trying to think of the 4-drops that it's competing with. I mean, there's things in that range like Badger Bear and stuff, but at the same time, like if you summon a Garen, if you play Altar to Unity and then you summon a Garen, if I'm understanding this correctly, it's equal to its cost. So the Garen would be the same, but other things would benefit. Oh, it's actually not as good as I thought. For some reason, I thought it was the stats were additive. If they're not, because I saw this one briefly. If it's not additive, then it's actually, it depends, right? Because a lot of Demacia cards actually get buffed beyond their mana cost because Demacia is so good at actually just having stats. That one's gonna be interesting. Because also it doesn't work with Formidable at all. Formidable does not benefit from this in particular. Because the Broadwing, I mean, that's a 0/3 for 2, right? So you're still not going to get... You don't want the power on the Formidable unit. That's not going to do very much except maybe block a thing. Banana. Oh, Banana Splitter. Hate that fucking banana card after seeing it so many times yesterday. That's interesting though. 4 mana fast speed P&Z blowback. Deal 1 to an enemy in the enemy nexus. Discard up to 2, increase the damage by 1 for each card discarded. Oh, so it's potentially 3 damage to an enemy and the Nexus with the discard of 2. So 4 mana for 6 damage total. This seems actually quite powerful in like a Jinx kind of deck. There was there was a Jinx discard deck that I saw yesterday that was like Jinx. I don't remember if it was Jinx Samira. It might have been Jinx Samira. But the 6 damage for 4 seems decent. But are you okay? We aren't in the DGen hours. We'll get to the DGen hours, I'm sure, but we're starting out real strong, aren't we? Yeah, blowback seems strong enough. I mean, it's a discard package piece for sure. Captain Indari, 6 mana 5/5. When I'm summoned, I improvise, plunder, forge other allies. A 6 cost Weapon Master card seems fun if expensive, but plunder, forge seems fun. I don't think it's going to be used super often, because how often do you want to forge your entire board? I mean, it's basically a board-wide buff, though. The problem is, I think that it eats the space of other things in Noxus at 6, or around 6, that it might just give you a stronger presence overall, because, like, what is Incisive Tactician again? I know it gets discounted, but, Incisive. Yeah, I mean, this is also 6. This is also 6, and it's also in Noxus, so why would you want to run something like Indari when you could literally just run something like Incisive Tactician? Holy shit, we're getting raided! Welcome in, everybody! Hopefully the internet will survive this. Welcome back to Ohana Kitty and Monochrome. Also, but thank you, Puffball, for the raid. Appreciate it. Let's see. She has a wheelchair and guns. No, that is pretty cool, by the way. Welcome in. I hope your stream went well, by the way. Important question, is Kale a bird? Somebody asked if Azir was a bird in my Discord, and I said that's definitely a bird. I don't think Kale's a bird. She has wings. That doesn't make her a fuck. I don't get burb energy out of the Kale. I don't get burb from Kale, honestly. My answer is a solid fuck no for the Kale. I don't know what the right answer is, but fuck no. But anyway, we're talking about the new cards, and I was wondering why Indari. Good point about the Powder Pandemonium and stuff, but yeah, it's like, why would you run this over so many other things? My first example was like, the thing that came to mind was Incisive Tactician. I don't think Indari is better. It's fun. To be fair, it's fun. +1/+1 is not a terrible stat boost, even including weapons or not, but it looks entertaining at least. Airplanes have wings and they're not birds. True facts. Fucking true facts. Harpy is also not a bird. Wait, you're going after a Harpy now? Harpy's on the border for me, I think. Because you could argue, I think, that Harpy is in the same camp as a Zerbo, you know? Like, a Zerbo Harpy seems like it might be somewhat equivalent. But Kale's human. She also has just more wings than the average bird, too. Azir doesn't have wings, and he is a bird. Wait, Azir? I need to look at Azir's art. I think he has capes, to be fair. He has a lot of capes. Like, this bird man has like 40,000 like accoutrements attached to his body. I guess he has like wing pauldrons, I guess. But you're right, there are no actual wings on this bitch. Also, Ghost Matters, congratulations, by the way. Birds aren't real. This is also a potential for true fact. Birds are CIA spy drones. Yeah, I love the birds aren't real vans. I absolutely adore the birds aren't real. They're also not wheels. They're not real and they're not wheels. Harpy should be a bird, probably. Is Yasuo a dog? His hair's too big. Though actually, you know, that's a lie. That's actually a lie. His hair is about the size of a good floofy doggo's. So maybe there's an argument. Are there any birds with a number of wings other than 2? He's a pigeon though. Pigeons and ostriches are certainly birds though, definitely. Azir's a penguin. Azir's one of those flightless birds from Australia. The little round ones. If we can get Cat, maybe we'll get Nidalee. Nidalee would be also pretty cool. I don't think there are any birds with wings more than 2. I'm trying to think. There are definitely animals that have like more wings than others, that have like the dual layer of feathers. But that's also still just one wing. Azir's a chicken, hence why he can't fly. Valor is a bird. Valor is, I think I'm on the definite camp of Valor is a confirmed bird. Did Riot make a furry Yasuo R's concept? That sure, it would get them fucking money. Yeah, this is, I think, a bird. That's a bird. We have not actually gotten to the bird card. I know that there is a bird card, but I haven't gotten to the bird card. We're still with the weapon masters and the admittedly very cool lady who I will probably cast for fun, and that's about it. Yeah, what are people's thoughts on the new cards, by the way? I'm still in the midst of them, but there's some interesting shit for sure. Chickens used to be able to fly. We bred them to be too fat, and they still kind of fly. Modern chickens are kind of like watching a turkey, like a wild turkey try to fly. Wild turkeys are just like real bad at it. They can make it up into the trees. They can get into the trees, but they're not. That's all they do, really, unfortunately for them, I suppose. Okay, we've got a 3-mana weapon master continuing. They're trying to make Demacia Ionia a thing again with the birds. Demacia Ionia a thing again with the birds. I don't know if they need to do that. I feel like we don't need to pair Demacia with more things at this point. But sure, I guess. Valor using quick attack, it's super effective. That is terrifying. Valor Sterado is something that I hate. Have you seen real harpies? Those are fucking huge. I have seen, I've seen harpy eagles. They are giant, terrifying beasts. Like, the fact that it can pick up a small deer is enough to be like, yep, no, that's actually really scary. Condensed seems nuts. Bird tribal is no one seems to be able to judge blowback. I personally think that blowback is a good card, generally speaking. I don't think it's going to be good in every deck. I don't think it's a blanket good card. It's not a new Noxian Fervor, and it's not a new, but it's better than something like Static Shock. Is my assessment of it. Like, it's still a decent amount of damage, but 3 to a unit and 3 to face is going to be dependently good depending on what you're running in your deck and what your opponent has, and also whether or not you give a shit about discard. Is my take, at least. Is a Taric deck? Why not? Think about Freljord as being allowed 1 good card. Is it this one? I haven't read it. 3 mana Innovative Blacksmith. When I'm summoned to improvise, each round the first time you forge or equip an ally, heal your Nexus 1. Did they give healing to Freljord? Oh my god, they did give Freljord a thing, didn't they? Wow, amazing. Wow, so good. Also, there's a Poro in the art, which automatically makes it like at least an A tier card. Sacrificial Scholar is a 2 mana 1/2 with Fated. Last breath, create in hand copies of the first 3 spells you played on me. What? That actually seems kind of interesting. So what do you cast on this? There's always copies of Pale Cascade. There's what other regions you're doing. If you put a weapon on it, you can't duplicate things like Expanse's Protection. That would be very specific, though. I actually kind of like this one. That they wanted Freljord to not have healing. I don't know. If they're going back on it a little bit, we'll live. Not easy healing. It's not easy healing, but it is healing. It is healing. Also, she looks so happy. She looks so cheerful to be looking at the Poro there. Yeah, sacrificial. I'm thinking about the number of spells you can cast on it. You can cast things that also interact with your opponent's unit for sure. Oh yeah, single combat. I wasn't thinking about that. Single combat for sure. Spell shield, there's barrier, there's strikes, there's a lot of stuff. Glimpse Beyond, Hate Spike, Glimpse, and Go Hard. Glimpse, Hate Spike, and Go Hard. Oh, Go Hard! That is a Go Hard engine, isn't it? Doubles Glimpse, Fading Memories. Yeah, Go Hard is a good one to fucking call out there. Also, Scarpy, hello, welcome back. How is it going? Yeah, Sacrificial Scholar is very powerful. I like how he's just holding a bunch of scrolls with a surprisingly fucking ripped ass arm. Very good. Double Go Hard into a Glimpse. God, that would hurt. Yeah, moving on though. Here's the Burb. Here's the Laburbo. 5 mana Ionia, Royal Shimmerwing with Quick Attack. Other bird allies have +1/+0 and Quick Attack. I forgot that it had a Quick Attack thing going on with it. That actually makes a lot more sense with the... instead of Serato, it was just like Quick Attack in general. I knew that there was a bird card. I forgot that it was the actual Quick Attack. His expression is priceless. The expression is very good. That's Leorin board. That's not actual cards. Yeah. I like that there's a bird though. You can fucking bet that we're building birds now into the Poro Cup series. 1000% we are bringing birds to the Poro Cup now that this is a thing. Because now we can be like, you build birds, there's Poros, there's dragons, there's Elnuks, there's the whole fucking menagerie now that we can use to make people suffer. It's also pretty. This is all right. Valor Screech. Valor will be screeching a lot. Grave Companion, 1/5, Shadow Isles. Each round, the first time another ally dies, draw 1. This just seems powerful. It's a 4 mana 1/5, so it's not like... It's not the strongest thing that you would ever want. But this seems good. Birds of a feather. Feather of a birds. Still sad the harpy is not a bird. Yeah, no, I can see that. I can see being sad about that. That would be unfortunate. Yeah, tribal decks only. Think Grave is good. I think if you can get the Grave out, if your timing is right, this could be very useful. Because there's so many effects that just are going to happen. Like, you have a shark. If you have a shark, it's going to guarantee you a draw now every time you summon a shark, which just seems kind of useful. Blowback was made for your hidden synergy with Scion and Echo. Fuck yeah. See? Discard packages coming out of the woodwork now. So you say that and you look at Infernus. You really don't want to see another Infernus or Inferna. I don't hate that it's given to Shadow Isles though. Like, Shadow Isles does have pretty powerful cards for draw in general, or it does. But it has good synergies with it, and I think it has like relatively fair synergies with it. I've put it in the class of cards that are like very good if you can get them to stay and work, like Phantom Prankster, like Neverglade, like now Grave Companion, like actually pretty okay statted units that are hard to stick, but if you stick them, you get a lot of value over time. Pack Attack, 6 mana, slow. Start a free attack with an exact ephemeral ally, or for ephemeral copy of each cat ally. I definitely didn't know this was a card. The cat synergies are real now too? There's actually real cat synergies now? What the fuck? Okay. I don't know how many cats are in the game, to be fair, so I feel like I'm not qualified to describe how effective this is going to be. Catastrophe. You can pack attack Catastrophe? Oh my god. Cunning Kitten. That's hilarious, actually. Cunning Kitten is hilarious. Submersible. Oh, Neandroids, right? That's a surprising number of that's like all P and Z so far. Cat? Is this in the wait, submersible? Or the Android, I guess, will work for now. Yeah, I guess I need to add the subtype, right? It doesn't have the subtype on it yet. But yeah, so much P and Z, so many things that you could actually do with P and Z in that bucket of stuff. Interesting. Von Yip is also a cat. Oh yeah, Von Yip. Oh, also the thing that makes hexite crystals, right? What's that called? I forget what that's called. Fallen Feline. Yes, Fallen Feline. That would qualify. Wait, Fallen Feline. When I'm summoned, ephemeral attacks are not summons. Are they summons? They're not. I actually am not sure if they're summons. I don't know, because I'm trying to think of things like the chrono break and stuff. Does that plant more? But that's specifically a revive, not a free attack. Because Nakakaboros is also a free attack, but it doesn't do anything on summon, so I can't use that as an example of like what would happen with this card. Does it make you more hexite crystals in that case? Free attack. What are the other free attack examples? They are summons. So it will actually make you more hexites. Obviously, it's a 6-mana slow card. You probably don't want that to be your main way of winning through hexite printing. But that's curious. That's curious. Yeah, because I guess Dragon Ambush and things like that do require something resembling a summon. If you chrono break the clocklings they draw. Oh! Interesting. Okay, so there is precedent for that. That's cool, actually. That's totally cool. I'm definitely trying Hexite Printer Pack Attack. 7 mana 4/7, Beguiling Cobra. Each round, the first time you summon another follower, summon an exact copy of it. If your board is full, grant its... Wait, I need to reread this. My brain work. No work good. Each round, the first time you summon another follower, okay, summon an exact copy. If your board is full, grant its stats and keywords to me instead. Oh. That's like kind of interesting. So I'm imagining like a Beguiling Cobra Nora deck. Because I'm wondering how this interacts with the Nora's ability. I need to find Nora's exact wording here. Because Nora, when it fulls a thing, if your board is full, create a 0-cost fleeting copy in hand instead. Does Beguiling Cobra count the things that go into hand off of Mysterious Portals? Because then you could run some kind of Ionia Cobra bullshit and then both get the fleeting copies and the stats from the fleeting copies, I think. Beguiling Mirror Mage on curve. Oh my god, Mirror Mage. That would be so much stats on one snack. That would be the biggest snack ever. Yeah, that would be funny. That would actually be fucking cool. Mirror Mage seems like an interesting target for this. Nora seems like an interesting target for this. This seems like there's a lot that you can actually do with it. Well, to be fair, I say a lot. It's still in the meme space of it costs 7 mana in Ionia. Warden of the Tribes. Oh, right, because of the subtype thing. Warden of the Tribes with Beguiling Cobra would be cool. I'm trying to think of times when you're actually like overloading your board. There aren't a humongous number of times where you're like super overloading your board. But Nora is an example. Reviving things is an example. Beguiling makes a mirror. Mirror makes a mirror. Then you triple coin. Oh, triple coin. Jesus, yeah. What else? There could... Summon, because it has to summon on top of things. I mean, there's a whole bunch of ways you can do this. You could even, I mean, this would be like the worst scenario possible. You could get husks or something that just pop off of the field, maybe, and then give it like just a shitload of health through a bunch of dying husks. Like you have the keyword synergies, and then you also give husks to Cobra. It looks like a fun snack boy though, so I approve. I heavily approve of this card. This seems like a blast. These are cool cards. These seem like fun additions. Condense is definitely, I think, the one that I'm going to be trying to do the most shenanigans with. Yeah, the first is annoying. The first is annoying, but it's still something. It's still something. I guess you could try... Okay, hear me out. Hear me out. You could try to do some kind of War Mother's overload situation and then have the ramp and the stacking of having a Cythria grant its stats to the Beguiling Cobra but not actually get summoned, which again would be like weird and wrong. But there's so many things in Freljord that could potentially just give you numbers. I don't think you want this to be the chunkiest thing that you've got, but it would be funny. It'd be real funny. Also, New Kid, hello and welcome back! My internet is struggling, but generally doing good. The video is not doing so hot, but I think the audio is working, so there we go. War Mother is Beguiling. Yeah, War Mother is Beguiling. That would be fucking hilarious. And very ineffective and inefficient, but fucking hilarious. Anyway, yeah, I like these cards. These seem fun. I don't know if any of them are going to be a giant meta shakeup. I doubt it, but I love that there's actual like archetype support, if that makes sense. Beguiling double Cythria. Yeah. Oh my god, yeah. Beguiling into double Watcher. Ooh, that would be insane. That would be insane. But yeah, even something like Warden would be hilarious, actually. Let's see. They're all fun cards, but fucking hilarious. Yeah, the mod caught that for some reason. Don't know why. It let through the other troll yesterday, but that one apparently no good. Absolutely no good. Yeah, this is gonna be some good meme shit. On top of Eternal, so I'm actually really excited for Wednesday. So yeah. That's cool shit. So I was gonna get it through the cards, and then I was also going to make a little bit of an announcement, though. Syntax says wait, so I shall wait for a hot second to see what's up. I like this, how sad the dude looks. Does the Beguiling into Silverwing make 4 birds? Does Beguiling into Silverwing make 4 birds? First time you summon another faller, yes. I think it should. I think that should make 4 birds, right? Because it summons a copy of the original. It sees the original hit the board, it summons the copy. It sees the original, it makes the copy. I think that would work the same way with Navori Highwayman, right? Because it's also a duplicate summon kind of thing. There are other cards like that too, like Dunekeeper would make, I think, 4 units as well, assuming that they're all... Assuming it always registers the thing that you're casting and not the copy of the casting thing. Though, Broadwing actually... Broadwingus, not you. Bird. No, still, it's not a format yet. Silverwing. Silverwing will get it to me. Play summon exact. Oh, no, it's a play effect. This is a play effect. Others are summon effects, I think. Like... the Dune, like things like Doomkeeper. As long as I think it says summon, it should work. But if it says play, then it will not do it. Wouldn't work with Longtail. Longtail. When I'm summoned, summon a Navori Brigand or give allies +1/+1. Because it summons the Brigand. It kind of works with Blade Dance to speed up Azarelia. How dare you mention Azarelia? What are you mentioning Azarelia for? Oh god. Fair though. I mean, I don't think you want to cast a 7 mana card to get Azarelia engine going, but it would work with her. And you know, Azarelia's, you know, Ionia and all of that fun jazz and stuff like that. Blade Dance is a play effect. Blade. There's so many blades here. There are other cards. Let's see. Are there some cards that happen on summon? That's a play effect. Oh, it might... I don't know enough about Azarelia. There's a lot of play effects here, yeah. Oh, the units themselves... The unit themselves will play effects. Longtail says summon because you have to choose it. It's not actually a play. Oh! Have you tried that with other things? Because sometimes it will just pick one, I think. But I could also be wrong about that as well. No, but the blades themselves. When you summon... Oh, right, the blades themselves should potentially be summoned. Because the blade condition itself is to blade dance, which is with that many summoned blades. Because the blades do actually specify that they're summoned, even if the spells are getting there. Longtail is currently bugged. Oh, that's also good information to know then, in that case. Then summon in combat, they'd immediately obliterate? They wouldn't summon in combat? Because this one says when you summon another follower, summon an exact copy. Oh, I think you're right about that, actually. I think you're right about that. Obliterate when I leave combat. Well, it says leave combat, but yeah, I think it's the same thing. That's a little tricky interaction there for sure. That's actually fun though to think about. Yeah, so there's some cool new cards that have come down the pipeline, it looks like. Looking forward to all of those. Before my internet completely goes kaput, I did want to make an announcement. It may be mostly an audio announcement at this point, but I was very kindly gifted a copy of Convergence, the new platformer with Echo that's coming out tomorrow. So I have added... they come out Wednesday. New cards, I believe, are on Wednesday. I have added a stream tomorrow in which I will be playing Convergence, which should be, I think, a fun time. It's been a while since I ever attempted like a platformer. I mean, I played through Hollow Knight, but at this point it was a while ago that I was playing Hollow Knight. So we're going to kick up a Convergence. We're going to be streaming that on Tuesday. I will probably actually take Wednesday off streaming, despite the fact Eternal's coming. And then we'll be back on Thursday with Mage Seeker. So we'll be churning through those League of Legends stories on top of Runeterra as well. So that will be hopefully a lot of fun. Looking forward to it, actually. Hopefully my computer and my internet will not chug tomorrow while I'm trying to show off Convergence. But that will be exciting. I was also gonna try to bring up the trailer, because I remember seeing it before, but I actually haven't, I don't know if there's any like newer ones that are out, but it looked cool at the time, and I'm excited. So, this is my shitty YouTube recommendations. That's the song. This is the trailer. Oh yeah, I think I saw this trailer. Regardless, it's very good. So, new season of Destiny comes out tomorrow. Ooh, fun.
The future.
Ooh, fun.
I'm here to investigate something in the past. So Zaun is in trouble.
I'm excited to play this.
If you would just
There's like so many. There are actually so many Riot games coming out down the pipeline. I'm excited for all of them. Song of Nunu is also something that's going to be happening, which is exciting. This is Convergence. It's about Echo. It comes out tomorrow, and I'm going to be playing it on stream.
I don't know what happens in the future,
It's a platformer.
but it's not up to you to fix the world all by yourself.
He's been coming back to the past over and over again, trying to fix something in our timeline.
We've all got him, Echo. The first fight you have to beat is with yourself.
This isn't over. Not yet.
Honestly, that Riot's fighting game is going to change the fucking gaming world if they do it right. If they do the fighting game right, I'm already thinking about becoming a fighting game player. I'm absolutely going to become a fighting game player. 1000%.
I'm trying to save both of our cities.
Is it a straight platformer or a Metroidvania? I'm not actually 100% certain about that. The animation looks super slick though. Echo alone is insane. does look super cool. Does it say in the little description? Single story-driven single-player 2D action platformer. It sounds like it might be a standard platformer, but I don't actually know. When that Riot MMO goes out, you'll never be seen again. This kit was epic, and if it flows right, it's like MK style combo style mechanics. The Riot Fighter looks nuts. Hopefully it shall be incredibly nuts bananas. I will certainly play it if it's fucking nuts bananas. Alawi's gonna be hype. Oh, Alawi's so smashy that I feel like she has to be. Does anyone know how big the fighting game roster is going to be? Because they obviously have a humongous roster to get through at this point, which is, I can't imagine it's an easy amount of designing because there's so many things. There's just so many things, and all of the movesets have to be unique. But yeah, they're branching out to other genres, and it's kind of exciting. And hey, Runeterra's getting some stuff too. So hooray! Probably 15 or 20. Man, can you imagine? I'm imagining that I'm going to learn to hate Windwall across everything. Just everything is going to be hatred for Windwall. It was like 16 to 20. Okay, that's pretty decent. That's pretty decent. Yeah. So, internet's still doing a little bit of struggling. But I got through the card reviews, and we got to watch the trailer, and I made my special announcement, and we got to hang out on the stream for a little bit. So as my internet continues to have an aneurysm, and as my brain cells continue to do their very best with the teeny tiniest of pom-poms, I think I might leave the stream there. Got in a solid hour, had some fun for sure. They showed Ari, Darius, Echo, and Alawi so far. I don't know if they have any updates. Regular updates and an expanding cast. It's going to be an live service. Oh, live service is good. That's always one thing I find funny about other fighting games. Is like, you mean I have to rebuy this every few years when you could just maintain it? I've seen the trailers though for I've seen the trailers for some other stuff though. Like there's the new Mortal Kombat trailer recently. I watched that and I was certainly impressed by the graphics. No, it's not your internet, it's our internet. Hi Remney! You're catching the end of the stream here, but thank you for stopping in. Thank you all for stopping in, actually. Shout out to Puffball Panda again for the raid. Really appreciate it. I really appreciate all of you hanging around for a little bit of a janky-ass stream. Glass had the suggestion of rebooting OBS. Maybe that would have helped. I'm not actually sure, because it's just so fucking spotty. I don't know what's happening. Hopefully tomorrow though it will be smooth. Comcast seems to be doing some extra shit lately, which I'm not happy about, but it's Comcast, so what do you expect? But yeah, thank you all again for joining the stream. I'm gonna go send you all out in another raid to somebody else who shall be our lucky victim. And hope to see you in a future stream. Again, the future stream is tomorrow at 8 p.m. Pacific time for Convergence. Thank you again to Riot Forge for gifting me a copy. I'll probably be off Wednesday, and then we'll be back Thursday at 8 p.m. Pacific time for more of the Mage Seeker, and I have to fight Morgana again, and I hated it last time, but this time we'll get it for sure. Replay Live Service Fighter by Competent Studio is going to change 50 FGC if they do it well. Here's to hoping. I don't think anybody would have expected it 5 years ago to be Riot, but here we are. So that's, kind of great, I guess. All right, let me go find a person. Let me go find a person. Who's a good person to raid? Some of these people do not look like they're actually playing Runeterra, which is kind of fucking funny. This person is saying that they're doing viewer games, so how about them? That seems chill. Yeah, thank you all again for joining the stream. Apologies for all of the jumpiness and the stuttering and the lag and all of that. If you hung out here for the entire hour, kudos to you and thank you for sticking it out. Again, thank you to Puffball Panda for the raid, and thank you all for being here regardless. Happy time zone to you. Stay safe, take care of yourselves, and I hope to see you again some other time.